it'll come as no surprise, of course, that what's happening in Israel is trending everywhere. Israel Palestine war is the top trending topic on X. The Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has announced just now, as we've been on air, that he's going to be hosting a Cobra emergency meeting later today amid the ongoing violence in Israel and Gaza following the attack by Hamas. The latest figures are that more than 700 people have been killed in Israel since Hamas launched its attacks on Saturday morning, including 260 at a music festival. Israel says dozens of people have been kidnapped in the attacks and most have been taken into Gaza. More than 500 people have died in Gaza after Israel launched counterattacks, retaliatory airstrikes there. It's ongoing. It is hideous to see loss of innocent life on both sides. And it feels, unfortunately, that any ideas of peace talks, two-state solution now, if anything, have been pushed even further back by these horrific events.
Well, Hamas have never believed in a two-state solution anyway. We're dealing with a very different type of Palestinian resistance now. Hamas are a religious group who would like to see the whole world following one religion. What really is scaring me at the moment is, I'm not going to call it World War III, because I don't believe it's linked to what happened in the last century, but this could ignite something super regional and then maybe even beyond that.
Yeah, it's just some... And again, I will urge caution for people who go online and watch quite a lot of the videos on social media for two reasons. One, they're hugely upsetting, but of course important to know what's going on. But B, so much misinformation is going around where you really have to be careful to verify what you're looking at.
Because the first victim of any war, and that's what this is now, is truth, and propaganda is so much out there. But Alexa, I can't get the image of that poor girl, a German tourist, who was being hauled around on the back of that truck after being raped and murdered. I can't. And she went to a rave. She went to a peace rave. That's all she did. And I just can't get that image out of my head. Thoughts with everybody. All the
and we're going to see upsetting images from the occupied territories and Palestine now as Israel responds, as they've already said, stronger than they've ever responded before.
Let's move on to another story. Jimmy Savile is trending on social media, but there is a reason for that, because Steve Coogan new drama, Dawn, it starts tonight.
Yes.
A lot of people want to have their say on this already, even though I think the majority of people haven't seen it. Will you be watching it?
We've seen... Well, I would say I would be very hypocritical if I said they shouldn't have made this. And I think it can be glamorising something that was absolutely horrendous, and there are so many victims of this vile creature. But I'm going to watch it. Of course I'm going to watch it. Now, it's not made by the BBC. We have to make that very clear. But I just do question whether we should be making dramas like this. And especially, it's a drama documentary, isn't it? So it's dramatised events. And the BBC have said that there are some things in there that didn't actually happen, like Jimmy Savile supposedly confessing to his priest, which never happened. So why have you included it?
Because it's a drama.
Yeah, well...
I get what you're saying, but...
It's called The Reckoning. It's on air tonight. Let's have a quick look.
There are rumours that there's another side to you.
What rumours might those be?
He gets away with it because no one else sees it. It's a violation.
That's a very brief clip on that. Will you be watching?
I am going to be watching it. I've already seen a lot of the noise on social media. The defund the BBC crowd are like, it's disgusting, the BBC's made it. Why haven't they included stuff that happened after 2011 or stuff in more recent BBC history? If the BBC haven't made it, but if this company had made it about the BBC, the same crowd would have said, why have you made it? So for the defund the BBC crowd, I think they're going to be insulted, whatever. But it's recent history, people are interested, and Steve Coogan, for me, is one of our rare talents.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope we learn lessons and never happens again. That's all we can say.
Yeah. Let's quickly touch on Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor. She's been speaking at a Labour Party conference in Liverpool. Bobby, particularly, I'm interested in her, what's it called, the COVID Commission...
COVID Corruption Commissioner.
COVID Corruption Commissioner. What do you make of this idea?
I think she's played a blinder.
Okay.
I think she's already been a rising star since she was made Shadow Chancellor. And this is a very populist move. I think no one's going to really argue against it. What she wants to do is create a COVID corruption commissioner with the power to bring together HRMC, the Serious Fraud Office, National Crime Agency, to pursue those missing billions. And everyone knows there were missing billions.
We're talking about contracts that were given out for PPE that couldn't be used, someone with serious investigative powers to recoup taxpayers' money, thought to be in the region anywhere between 7 to 10 billion, they think the fraud could have cost. But she is talking somewhere about £2 billion being able to be brought back into the Treasury. Well, look, we're going to be hearing more, I'm sure, from the Labour Party conference that is going on at the moment in Liverpool.